Well, obviously, the outcomes we were after. By no means disappointed that we thought our guys played hard. I thought offensively, offensively, your job is to score one more point and they give up. And it's hard to win when you have to score 67 points. But I am extremely proud offensively of the way our guys played. I really am. The fight that they had, the fight that they continued to battle with. I'm really proud of that. Very disappointed defensively and very disappointed special teams wise. It's not our standard. It's not who we are. It's very disappointing. We got a lot to play for next week. The opportunity to send these seniors out with something positive. Their last home game against Tulane. So we have an opportunity to finish strong. Finish the regular season out strong, and then go from there to whatever bowl. That's about the only thing we can control right now, and that's we've got to get better.
With the defense, what stood out to you the most that needs to be fixed?
Yeah, I thought that again, when we do get the ball to the unblocked defender, whether we miss tackles or couldn't get off blocks, many times I thought that we were they got a guy to block you, and we have a hard time getting off blocks. I think they were the better team tonight. I do. I think we got beat by a better team. But I just that's no excuse. That's absolutely no excuse, because we're not in position to be able to that's not acceptable. I mean, they were a good football team. Our inability to make stops, to neutralize the game in the special teams, which we were unable to do. You're able to cut the lead to 7, and then we got the wind to our back and can't kick it out of the end zone and give up a big return. And those things just can't happen. I mean, that's just disappointing.
Do you think there are any changes that need to be made on the defensive side of the ball, whether it's personnel or scheme?
Yeah, you're going into your last week of the season. You're pretty much who you are right now, and it is what it is right now. That's something we'll reevaluate during bowl season and into off season.
How did you handle the lightning delay? Did you treat it like an extra halftime?
Yeah, no, you did. You obviously you're 3rd and 11, and we were prepared last night. We had plenty of ideas that this may happen, so we had a great plan, and the kids hadn't eaten until 7 this morning, and then so we had plans to get them something in their stomachs, and so we did that. That was all part of our plan.
Xavier Jones had 175 yards, a couple touchdowns, and did he play after the lightning delay? Was he hurt?
He was. He actually had gotten banged up a little bit in that last drive, so he was. When he got inside, he was very. I think his shoulders stiffened up on him a little bit, so we came in and bring him.
What kind of adjustments did you try to make after the lightning break on defense?
Yeah, you tried to just rally your guys, rally them, and try to make a few adjustments as far as some we knew what they were doing, and just some adjustments in the box, trying to get the extra hat down in the box to try to make a play. And it was very disappointing. They take the first play and go score. I mean, that's just very disappointing. But it is what it is, and that'll be something we'll have to adjust later.
You knew that this stretch against UCF, Navy, Memphis was going to be the toughest stretch of the year.
Yeah.
Even still, do you have any concerns about how the team's going to respond after a 3-game losing streak?
Yeah, I do. I really do. It's like I shared with them. Our culture will pull through. Our culture will stay the course, and we'll get through this. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, at some point, it's a battle, it's a want to, it's a get yourself back up. You're going into the last week of the season, and you got a chance to play for something at home. I mean, our guys have responded ever since then, I just I would be very shocked that these kids not respond. But I know we've got a very tough, well-coached football team coming in here next Saturday at 11 a.m. and we're going to have to perform. We're into play.
A week ago in Annapolis, you talked about disappointment in the first half production against Navy. Today you come out, you score first, you get 24 points at halftime. Did you say or do anything differently in your pregame routine that got you a faster start?
No, I thought our guys were ready this morning when it came down to breakfast. You know, we did a few things a little bit different, and thought they were ready, energized, and that was no different. I saw that. You know, obviously you saw that as we started the game, but you know, we jump out 10-0, and you know, but they're explosive. Memphis is. We knew that. But no, this is you get this late in the season, it comes down to just wanting to and willing yourself into making plays.
When you guys took the 10-0 lead, then the offense kind of stalled 4 straight punts.
2 3-and-outs.
Yeah, and Memphis goes on a 24-0 run. What happened in that stretch?
Yeah, I think we pressed a little bit, got behind the sticks, and I'm trying to, you know, one was into the wind, one was against the wind. I believe that was right. You know, you try not to be perfect. There's going to be 3-and-outs through the course of the game, but you know, it's hard to score every drive. So again, and we'll go back and look at the film. I don't know. I know we came off a block on one. I thought we had a good call in our run game. We came off a block. That's just what we are.
You mentioned the wind, which was flying out there.
Yeah.
Certainly the strongest wind you've seen this year. How much did that impact your play calling from one quarter to the next when you're going into the wind versus when you got it at your back?
Well, quite a bit. I mean, you try to, you know, going into the wind, you want to try to come away with points and burn clock. And that was kind of our message coming in was, can we burn this clock and still come away with points? Well, we open up scoring 10 points in in that quarter. And they scored 10 with the wind to their back, so it was, to me, that was a win in itself right there. And then they turn around and get into the wind, and then that's kind of where they started the separation right there. But yeah, you know, I think it definitely affected right here, right after the delay. I thought there were some passes that were just a little bit off. But again, it's a lot of guys trying to press. So.
Then started game 3 of 12 and picked things up after that. What do you think contributed to that slow start, and what changed?
Yeah, I think some of it was the wind and him just trying to gauge the flight of the ball and everything.